Okay, how you rate the overall Chelsea performance of the game?
Uh, I think if you watch Chelsea match for the past 2 seasons, our first match is always hard for us to win. So it's not a surprise. The fact that we draw Palace doesn't mean that Chelsea are not doing well. The players have performed. I think Moise Caicedo have done well, and Gittins. I think it's just a matter of time. The boys still need time to adapt to the Premier League. I think there was a high press. Crystal Palace come out with high press. That was why the game was very tough. I think.
Okay, do you think that maybe they felt that the defense was maybe because Kobe and Tosin were not around? That was why they like gave Chelsea that number of high presses. They felt that okay, if they give Chelsea a high press, that will prevent the Chelsea's attacker from receiving the ball on time.
No. You know why I said no? Because if you watch Archie Pong was there because he have some numbers of clearance, which Cowell could have also done so. So I think defense they have tried. The ball is that Crystal Palace were very good and they were very defensive and their midfielders were also performing well. So I think it was just a tough match between the both sides. Yes.
So what do you think about Chelsea not having enough time to prepare for the coming season? No, they just played. They resumed training last week. Don't you think that also contributed to their low performance in this match?
No, not at all. I don't think it because of maybe they haven't been prepared enough for the preseason. That's why they failed to win the match. The match is just tough. I can just say Chelsea have played well.
Okay, what you're saying is that it's not because Chelsea played bad. It was because Palace upped their game too.
Yeah. Palace come out with composure. You know what Chelsea did against PSG? That was what Palace have exactly. They come out with composure of play. So they have already locked Chelsea in their defense, in which there was no way Chelsea are going to penetrate. So Chelsea come out to win the match, quite a show. But Palace are defensive. If you look Palace since last season, Palace, I can rate Crystal Palace the most defensive team in England because Crystal Palace is always hard to score against them. If you check Crystal Palace against Liverpool last season, you say there are not enough much goals. It's only Man City that always manage to score Crystal Palace with enough goals for the top teams. Even Arsenal, they get it out with Crystal Palace. So I think even it was Man City or Liverpool that meet Crystal Palace today, I think the match could have ended up draw. Because
what do you think about Chelsea not having a shot on target for like 70 minutes of the game?
Yeah,
that was a bad performance.
Yeah, it was a bad performance from our attackers. I didn't quite show our attackers. They were so much falling back. In which, if you watch Pedro Neto was trying to penetrate, but their defenders, we are like two people we are always marking Pedro Neto if you watch the game well. So I think our attackers and Palmer quite show was not good as well today. And immediately when Palmer is not creating enough chances for the attackers, if you look at our game, then definitely there must be an error. And for our young talent, Estavo William, I think he entered and he have done what he's supposed to do. So for now, I am not angry. I know I've lost. I bet the game with a lot of money. I lose, but I believe that Chelsea are going to. If you want to watch Chelsea game, watch it against their next match. You will see the performance that Chelsea are going to apply. If you watch our match, you know why I'm not surprised? Because Chelsea first game, it's always hard for us to get that winning. Go and check for the past 3 to 4 seasons. Check our record. Our first matches, our first EPL match is always either end up draw or they beat us. So I didn't look this match as anything. The boys, they have performed well. So what I'm trying to look for that is our next game.
So what's your overall, how will you rate Chelsea? Over 10. What will you score them into this match?
I give Chelsea 7 over 10.
7 over 10 for this one when they play so.
Yes.
So who will be overall man of the match? For both sides.
Okay, for both sides, I think I will give it to Eze.
Eze.
Yes.
I think that was a fair score there. How about what's your final thoughts? Or what do you think the coach should do better going forward?
So I think the coach, he need to change his tactics of play because I didn't like the fact that they put Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez was flapping at the side. and that alone make our midfield. If you look, we didn't play midfield game.
But why do you think the coach took Enzo Fernandez to the wing instead of the midfield that he normally plays? Because I felt that if Enzo Fernandez was in that midfield today, it would have played, because it was just Caicedo and Palmer that were in that midfield. Why do you think the coach? I think what I felt the coach would have done, like maybe take Palmer to the wing and put Enzo Fernandez on the last midfield. Why do you think the coach took Enzo to the wing and took Palmer to the midfield?
If you look at Maresca tactics, since James have come back from injury, he doesn't like to play James in his right wing. He always like to put him as a supporting midfielder. So the reason why Enzo Maresca put Fernandez, let him be flapping at the left and the right wing, is because James was at his position today. I think that was why the coach decided to put Enzo, so that Enzo will be do as if he want to deceive the players, the Crystal Palace players. Then I think Palmer today was not good enough. That's just the truth.
So what's your final thoughts?
So my final thought is that Chelsea need to work on their system of play. I think our system of play was not that good enough. So the coach need to really sit down and decide the system of play that you want to do this season. Because if we continue like this, definitely Chelsea are going to, I think, will end up being qualifying for top 4, not the title contenders again. So Maresca, you need to work on his system of play, because if you look our defense, I can say that our defense they have tried, because Achipong play based on his level and the boy have really performed. So he need time to adapt. So Maresca need to work on his pattern of play, because right now Crystal Palace, everybody knows that they are defending team in England. So it's not a bad thing for us to draw against Crystal Palace, for Crystal Palace to draw us. So I think Maresca, you don't need to do some little changes, and you need to give Estavo William a start. I think, if it is my opinion, had it been Estavo William have really started this match, I think the boy was there, like he was hungry for the game and he was trying to push attack. So that kind of player, you need to give him time. And the player that they need to give him time is Gittis. Gittis is a good player, but he need to adapt to Premier League style of play. Estavo William is a Brazilian player. A Brazilian player, if you watch their ball, they don't need time to adapt to any kind of play. If you want to do tiki-taka, they're there. If you want to do counter, Brazil players, they are always used to Premier League ball. So I think Gittis need time. And the coach, if he is wise enough, he should be starting Estavo Williams.
Thank you very much, Micheal. And we are hoping to have a great season ahead. Thank you.